Expansion Pass Podcast, episode 1. The pilot, I suppose, but already take 3 due to technical issues. Which is funny because I'm the one in charge of all the audio equipment. Anyway, thanks for tuning in, guys. My name's Mike, here with my beautiful fiancée, Ashley.
Hello.
Hello indeed. We're a couple of nerds who are both bartenders, but we've decided to, while we have a little more free time, as our hours are still down with this whole COVID backlash thing in our country in the UK, decide to use it to do something, a bit productive. And start a podcast on gaming, everything gaming. You've never done this before, so it'll probably be shaky here and there, especially, production issues, because, as I said, that's my department, so, yeah. The little tune there in the intro, and probably playing over this as well, is written by myself as well. I write songs for, TV adverts, games, whatever will buy it, really.
As a hobby, really.
As a hobby, yeah. I think we're just going to go straight into it. As I said, we don't know what we're doing, but we've got a little bit of a routine we'd like to stick to, that we'll do every week. A few things we'll be covering is the top headliners in the industry. It doesn't really matter which console, it's just whatever's shaking the news tabloids at the moment.
Stuff about what we've been playing.
Yeah, stuff about what we've been playing, what we like, what we dislike. It won't necessarily be always up to date either, with the latest games. One of us might be playing something a bit retro, and then we'll be covering the new games and things to keep an eye on each console, like Xbox Pass.
Games for gold. On the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
Then obviously PlayStation.
Well, just PSN, eh?
Yeah.
Whatever's free in PlayStation for that month, and then as a rule we have been playing them every month as they come out, so we'll probably be able to give you the gist of them every month and tell you if it's worth it. I mean, they're free anyway, so I suppose it will be worth it. See if it's worth the download space, if anyone.
As long as you don't have the Call of Duty game that takes up all of your data. I deleted that.
So yeah, just to let you know a little bit about us. If you listen to this, you're probably into games yourself. Is a safe bet.
If not, you've just stumbled across it somewhere, but hello anyway.
I myself am very much into RPGs and choice-driven games, open worlds, I do like a bit of horror as well. Fair bit of shooters as well. We've been slamming Call of Duty World War 2 for just over a little month when that was released for free in PSN. And we've been playing Titanfall 2 for a long time as well. Don't know how old that is now, but it's still very close.
It's timeless.
Yeah, it's timeless. I understand one of the best shooters ever. And I know, Ash, you really want them to make a new one, don't you?
Of course. It's been so long. I think it's been quite a few years now. They need to make a new one. I need to know what happens to BT. Have to.
It's like every show announcement, you just crossing your fingers, hoping for Titanfall 3 to be announced. But the thing is, if we've had Skate 4, which we all thought was
if we're getting Skate 4, we can get Titanfall 3.
Yeah. So, what are you more akin to play?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I like chill stuff, like my Animal Crossing. I've played that religiously every day, non-stop, since March, without fail.
And you played the previous as well, then?
And I've played obviously, throughout GameCube, Wii, DS, 3DS, to now Switch. And the Wii as well, actually, because I know they brought one out for Wii.
You do seem to be quite a advocate for it.
Definitely have to. You gotta play Animal Crossing. It's my favourite game. As well as that, I like my shooters. Obviously, Halo, Call of Duty, Titanfall. I do like my racing. Obviously, Forza on Xbox One. I know they brought out a Lego expansion pass for that.
Ooh.
Which was great. Because you had a little Lego car to sit in and drive around. But I know in Forza 3, they brought out a Hot Wheels expansion pass. She was driving around a little like plastic track and everything, and like a dinosaur and stuff. Was there? That was fun. Obviously, big open world, like Breath of the Wild, which was great.
Which I've been ordered to play today.
You have to play it because it's I think it's one of the first games I brought when I had Switch, and I didn't put it down. And then obviously I got the expansion, and I couldn't stop playing that. And then I lent it you, and I think it's been here for nearly a year now. And you haven't played it.
Yeah. Well, as I said to you earlier, I've just finished Ghost of Tsushima. I'll talk about that in a moment. So yeah, I've got an open space. So I guess Breath of the Wild is the next one.
I mean, you still have to go on Animal Crossing first, because you can't go a day without talking to your villagers.
Sadly, I have. It's been probably over a week now.
They're going to be very upset with you.
They probably just think I've moved Ireland.
You can't do that. It's too sad. Anyway.
So you've taught me everything I know on Animal Crossing. It's like a person turns up on the island and you know exactly who it is just by looking at it.
Oh yeah, that's this guy.
And you've stolen promotional material from game stores as well.
I didn't steal it. I asked them nicely if I could take the cardboard cutouts of Isabelle and Tom Nook, and I'm not upset about that.
No.
They let me have it. They even gave me Isabelle. So that's now sitting in the hallway, greeting people as they walk in.
And it's not a small thing either, is it?
No, it's not a small thing. It's a decent size. In like the front of the house for greeting people.
We'll also be covering things in news, like I said. Get to the top headlines in just a moment.
Okay, so we're looking at now what we've been playing over the past few months. Because obviously we've all been in lockdown. We've got nothing to do. And what better way to fill your time than playing games? So, what have you been playing?
Well, it has been a cross between online shooters with you. Past few months we've been playing Titanfall 2.
Call of Duty
World War 2. Which, had a bit of flack when it was first released. But playing it again now, it's not about shooter at all. It's not about Call of Duty either.
We tried Warzone. Is it Warzone?
We did try Warzone.
Which took quite a while to download.
That is.
I think 2 days for me, actually.
And I think I had to delete it. I really need a terabyte external hard drive for that one.
Yeah.
And my solo game, as it were. There's also Fall Guys as well. We've been playing online.
Yes, Fall Guys.
Because that's all the rage at the moment. Neither of us still have made a win. But hopefully we will sometime soon.
Yeah, but that game cheats sometimes.
Yeah.
I'm just putting it out.
You just randomly fall over when you land on, especially seesaw platforms.
I hate that level.
You jump on land, sometimes you're fine, sometimes you fall flat on your face and you just roll off.
Sometimes it's not even up vertical and you're still falling off. Anyway.
And solo Ghost of Tsushima, which is, god damn, that is a refreshingly good game. Like, it's been a while since I played an open world game in this style. I can try and compare it to Assassin's Creed or Far Cry. They've just seemed very oversaturated for my taste. The Ghost of Tsushima is just a beautiful piece of art, the scenery. The story, relatively compelling, although quite dry voice acting. Well, that doesn't matter when it comes to the gameplay. The meat, it's just brilliant. I've had to 100% it. Everything you can do I've done, go on the platinum, and now I can finally pass it to you.
It's like Red Dead.
And even then though, I'd still sort of want to keep it just to walk around and look at it, you know what I mean?
It's like Red Dead but with samurais.
That is one way, yeah. I will say it seems a little bit more compressed than Red Dead. Obviously Red Dead has so much in it, with random interactions and things like that. Ghosts doesn't seem to have as much content, but it's just so nicely presented. And even though it has elements like in Assassin's Creed that's repetitive, like go to the space, clear it out, go to this tower, light it, do a lot more on the map, none of it actually feels repetitive. I don't know if that's down to the beautiful scenery, you don't mind being in it. It has like a really impressive draw distance as well. Like, for a PS4, late end PS4 game, I think this may be pushing it. But it runs dead smooth as well. Like, it's never crashed, no issues with frame rates or anything, no stuttering. Fantastic. Anyway, what have you been playing?
So, my online games, for me, obviously the same as you. We've got Fall Guys, Call of Duty, Titanfall. Single player games. I've just recently reinstalled Rise of the Tomb Raider on the PlayStation, because that was the free game of the month last month. So I ended up putting that in my library. So I'm going to play that again soon. I also recently picked up Fallout 76 again, after like months and months and months and months of setting it aside. Obviously, when I first played it, like, I don't know, it wasn't that appealing so much as Fallout 4 was to me. Like, it was good because it was huge and big and open world, but I put it down for ages. And I picked it back up, and then, I don't know, I didn't know what I was doing. I was stuck. I woke up, like, I got into this world, and I was stood in the middle of a field in a dress, like, with this cat head on, and I didn't know what I was doing. But then I had all these, like, missions pop up and side quests and telling me to do things. I'm like, I don't even know where I'm going. I don't even know where I left off. But hopefully, maybe you could join one day and we can start again and have a look.
I have my own opinion on Bethesda games now. I've been a massive fan of the Fallout series. I don't say massive fan. I started at Fallout 3, and then Fallout in Vegas, absolutely fell in love with them. And then I sort of went backwards. I went to Fallout 1 and 2 on the PC, and then Fallout Tactics. Come to Fallout 4, I was like, okay, it's a competent Fallout game, but it's just missing what I've enjoyed, you know.
Quite enjoy Fallout 4.
I know. And that's how we also sort of met as well. Because we both had an interest in Fallout, and I noticed it, and I was like, yeah,
you.
I'm talking to you.
You.
I'll choose you. Yeah, and then you heard about all the things Bethesda were pulling with 76. And yeah, that really turned me off it. I haven't played it. I've never played 76. I do have it on the PC. I think I registered it as well.
Yeah, because I gave you a copy because I ordered the special edition with the helmet.
I did officially register it, but I don't think I've ever launched a game. Just because I've been so just cautious about getting onto it. But I have done a lot of updates, as I've heard. I've added a lot of new things.
A lot of people saying it's a lot better now with the updates.
It's like a No Man's Sky. Like, that really balls it up when they released it. But they worked so hard. And after a while, it became a fantastic game. 76 though, trying to do the same thing, it just can't be forgiven that easy. It's like, they released it barely functional, empty bare bones games, and to just get away with doing that and then patching it in all later and adding new content, you know, it's just why? Just don't release it in the first place. Just give us a finished product, you know.
Oh, and also Paper Mario, can't forget the Switch. I've played that, but I'm now stuck on a level and I haven't played it in, I think, 2 weeks now, because I just can't get past it. I am meaning to pick up Pokemon again though.
Yes, both of us need to pick up Pokemon again, because there's a DLC out now.
I do have the DLC, and it is installed and everything on the game, but I just haven't played it since, because Animal Crossing come out, and that's all I was bothered about.
We also have PC games.
That's more your section.
Yes, my section, because Ashley does not play a PC. Although he probably would if I built you a PC. Yeah.
Probably, but I wouldn't know what I'm doing.
Honestly, two games I played on PC anytime recently was Hearts of Iron 4, which is fantastic if you're a history nerd like me. You basically just start World War II. It's fun. And Cooking Simulator. As someone who loves horror games and violence and shooters and Cooking Simulator was fun, man. I've also played the port on Switch. Highly advise against getting, because it's just a terrible port. So yeah, if you want to virtually cook salmon, go PC and not Switch. Unless Cooking Mama is anything to go by. I don't know.
That's a good game, that is. It's a good game on DS.
Cooking Mama might be worth it.
Okay, before we move on to the news, I think look at the free games of the month.
Yeah.
On PlayStation and Xbox.
Yeah, I've already forgotten them, so that's your section over there.
Okay, so on PlayStation for this month, we have PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds and Street Fighter V. And for Xbox, we have Tom Clancy's The Division, The Book of Unwritten Rules 2. And for people who like classics, the Xbox does have a backwards compatibility section. So we have D-Blob 2.
D-Blob.
D-Blob.
D-Blob do.
And Armed and Dangerous.
I had to look up D-Blob because it's an interesting title. I thought it'd be like something like terrible that just got pushed into the a game for a quick bin or $1. I looked it up. The reviews are fantastic.
I've never played it.
Like, I think D-Blob 2 had like 8 out of 10 on game review site. Metacritic?
Yeah.
Yeah, Metacritic. And then the first D-Blob had like 9 out of 10. So that actually might be worth looking at, you know.
Okay, so
Should we head into the news?
let's head into the news.
Okay.
What's IGN got for us today? Halo Infinite concept art reveals new character and Spartan armor.
It's all red and metal.
Ooh,
It's quite heavy metal.
it's quite nice.
I must admit, you're probably more of a Halo fan than I am.
Oh, definitely.
Because you've played a lot more Xbox than me.
I think that was one of like the main games I played on Xbox.
I know we're doing the news right now, but we can cameo out of this.
Yeah, you can kind of, find a discussion with it.
Your opinion on this whole,
Halo Infinite.
yeah, the new Halo.
Oh, it's just even looking at it, it's like they haven't changed anything. They've kept to Halo. It's like they haven't gone off and like changed certain things and gone, what are you doing? It looks great. It looks Halo, and I can't wait to play it. But it's been pushed back for like 2 years because 2 years. Because the Xbox is supposed to be released this year, I think November. And Halo was supposed to be the title that was released with it, but because of like comments and like don't hold me to that, but stuff of what's been said,
I've heard it too.
they've now held it and said, we're going to push it back. It's coming out in 2 years.
Because they want to make those changes to appeal to those. Do you reckon?
Must be. I mean, from what a lot of people said, it's like the look of it, because obviously it wasn't like the best graphics ever, but it's like it didn't really have to be.
No, it doesn't. Like I said, I'm not even that much of a fan of the series. I mean, from what I played, they're good games.
We've played like the first game like straight through.
But yeah, I saw the reveal trailer and I was like, that's Halo.
It's Halo?
What's wrong with that,
You look at it and you're like, oh my god, look how great this
I
looks.
think as a fan of the series, that's what you'd want. You wouldn't want the game to change too much.
No.
It's like the Borderlands series, graphically, it's always been the same. Fallout New Vegas was released after Fallout 3. Okay, it looks like garbage, but it's still Fallout. And it was an amazing game. It gave you what you expected anyway. So yeah, I don't know why you care so much about. The graphics haven't been upgraded to the degree I expect.
No.
Halo's Halo, man. Just play Halo.
Apparently, PS5, the backwards compatibility has just got more confusing. You heard that right?
Consider me confused.
So, from what obviously somebody on Twitter has asked, Wario64, this person has asked or put down, saying that PS5 is not backwards compatible with PS3, PS2 and PS1 games, according to a Ubisoft support page. So he's obviously put a picture up and it's got, how does upgrading from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5 work? And the answer to that says, as part of the next gen upgrade process, PlayStation offer a number of features designed to help you move from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5. PlayStation 4 players will be able to join multiplayer games with PlayStation 5 players. Backwards compatibility will be available for supported PlayStation 4 titles, but will not be possible for PlayStation 3, PlayStation 2 or PlayStation games.
Yeah, it's no surprise really, but he also said supported PS4 games. So
Yeah.
if it was for PS4 game, which again isn't a surprise.
Yeah. And for good news, in Nintendo life, Animal Crossing New Horizons stays on top for a second week in a row, of course. Sam and Max.
That is a throwback from the past.
This time it's virtual, is a VR take on the classic adventure series.
Yes, indeed. I was very young when my brother was playing that on the PC. I think it was a floppy disk, you know.
No. For people who like Sea of Thieves, it is getting dogs, and you can pet them.
Dogs?
Yes.
Isn't that a game on boats?
It's like a pirate game on Xbox.
Well, there is land, so I'm assuming the dogs are on land.
Yes.
Or do you just have a pet instead of a parrot?
No, I think I think you could just go to an island and there's a dog, and you can pet these dogs, because isn't that what you want in games? Is to pet animals. 'Cause I know that's what you can do in The Last of Us 2. I know there's a section in there just pet dogs.
You can also play Metallica on a guitar if you wanted to.
Yes, that's true. Ubisoft China apologises for releasing coffee cup with handle on the inside.
What?
Yeah, literally.
I want to have a look at this. It's literally a cup with a handle on the inside.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
I like it.
That was a production error. How does that even happen?
I don't know, but Fall Guys Season 2 is medieval themed and brings new rounds and costumes.
Yeah, medieval anyways.
The Sims 4 have just released Star Wars DLC to the game, but you can actually get your very own lightsaber.
Did it stop the Reaper? is the Reaper Palpatine?
No, the Reaper could be Kylo Ren. Yeah, apparently the new content, you get to choose whether to support Rey in the Resistance or Kylo Ren with the First Order.
First Order all the way. Like, the Sith and, well, is the First Order technically Sith?
Yeah. Yeah, because
Like,
that's the dark
bringing,
side.
They're bringing peace to the galaxy. It's a rebel screwing everything.
Yes. Agree to disagree. And obviously, Lego Star Wars has been pushed back. Apparently, it's now set for a spring 2021 release. It's supposed to be this year. I'm supposed to be getting it. Oh, have you seen actually? A game have brought out a limited edition Lego Star Wars. It's really cool actually, because it's like a steel tin, and the steel tin has Han Solo, Frozen.
Oh, hang on a minute. Show me this before.
No, it's only just been released. It's really cool.
Yeah. Reminds me of like the special editions of Resident Evil cases.
Oh, okay. So if you buy the Carbon Light edition,
Yes.
it includes the Lego Star Wars the game, character collection DLC with 6 character packs, Luke Skywalker minifigure, and with the Han Solo in Carbonite Steelbook, and that is $59.99 from Game.
So that's pod racing.
Now, obviously, I am looking at that, but
You do like your special edition.
I do like my special editions.
You have a lot of helmets from different games here.
Yes,
And there are Tony Hawk's supposed to get a skateboard on the way.
yes. But this might be a little pre-order when I get home.
Well, let me just hide my credit card.
I wouldn't do that. Anything you're like excited for?
I'm excited for Skate 4 when it happens. Honestly, there aren't too many games that are on my radar at the moment with what I really want to play. I guess Halo, you know. It's just have to finish the other series out, to be honest, because I'm still fairly new to it. Yeah. Like Ghost of Tsushima I was excited for, was the last one. I'm done with that now. So I'm a bit of a blank slate, you know, with what to cover next. Which is why we're doing Breath of the Wild, which I'm quite a few years behind them.
It's a really good game. It's like there's a lot of like going back and playing it. There's a lot of replayability to it. It's like, because there's lots of stuff you can go and collect to look for, you know, build your armour up, get new weapons, fight more things. Even though I did die quite a few times.
Yeah, I think I've been playing it wrong. Like, I'm just trying to go to places and I'm not supposed to, because I just get whooped.
Sometimes just following the story can help you level up. Like, get stronger, like, armour. Because, like, certain armours have different abilities. So you've got, if say there's like a snow area, you need to get certain clothing to help you withstand the cold.
I did play that bit. Like, you can set up fires and things to
or
eat peppers.
Yeah, because obviously if you eat peppers, that stops you getting, like, freezing, but only for a little bit.
Yeah, and gives you painful poops.
Because it deteriorates your life. So, obviously, you need to go somewhere. I think you buy it off somebody. You gotta get some, like, clothing that helps you withstand the cold to open the tower, to then fast travel to that point.
Oh, you can nurture me through it like you have with Animal Crossing.
Yes. So I can sit here and be like, you don't do that. You have to do this. And now, for the fun part, random fact of the week.
Da-da-da.
Dun,
I'll do a little jingle for this, hopefully. I don't know. You'll be able to hear if I was bothered to make a jingle.
Yeah. If not, we'll just use our own sound effects. Oh God, where'd that go? Okay. So, a game you like.
Mm-hmm.
The little sisters from BioShock didn't start their life as little girls at all, but rather tiny mole-like creatures who scuttled around Rapture collecting Adam. Early concept art also shows them as retro 50s style robots too.
I couldn't imagine them being anything else, so that's weird.
Random fact of the week.
Yeah, because, you know, like a little Big Daddy with a little sister on his arm is a bit more eye-catching and memorable than the Big Daddy with a mole rat on his face.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That is your random fact.
Random fact of the week.
Dun dun dun.
Next week, I think we'll be opening up a challenge to each other.
Oh, challenge week.
We have an idea to give each other a challenge for, we don't know, we might make it a week-long challenge or a month-long challenge to, for example, speedrun a level, or
so many kills online in a game.
Kills online, actually get a win on Fall Guys.
Oh God, that's impossible. It's not impossible because people have done it.
Exactly.
Because there isn't even an achievement.
Yeah, to get
so many.
Like 5.
Yeah.
5 in a row. In a row. Well. That's
impossible. But it's been done because people actually have the achievement for it.
Not long after release as well.
I know.
I also had an idea of, I don't know if you already mentioned with both bartenders, but how often do you get tips at work?
Not that often.
Okay.
I'll be honest.
So it might be a bit unfair if you like pull our tips together and as reward money, because it'd be mostly my tips.
I know.
But I was thinking we can hold on to our tips, keep building them, and then whoever gets a win of Fall Guys first gets a pot, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah. So I don't know how badly we're going to cut our throats for this, but yeah.
We'll have a think.
We'll decide something for next week in Challenge Week, episode 2.
Also, Debate Day.
Debate Day, which is going to be at the end of the month.
The end of the month, yeah.
We're going to pick a topic, and so we are going to rock, paper, scissors it, I think, on who's agreeing for and who's agreeing against.
Or we can just pick a topic and, you know, just go for it.
Yeah, and hopefully there is a bit of disagreement.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it'll be like, I agree. Okay, that's that.
That's that. But it's going to be like most of the most talked about topics
Yeah.
within the gaming industry.
So it could get political, could get emotional, could get violent. We don't know.
That'll be a bit much.
So yeah, debate episode in the month.
Yes.
So yeah, I think we're gonna wrap this up as a pilot.
Yeah.
Got all this editing to do. Got some music to write.
I've got some Animal Crossing to play.
Yeah. You have the fun. I'll do the work.
Yeah.
It's okay.
It's alright.
Thank you for tuning in, guys. We do have our Facebook up.
Yes.
Expansion Pass Podcast. This will be linked on there as well once it's up and out.
Also, Instagram and Twitter,
Mm-hmm.
which will get links and pictures and whatever else is going on.
You're the media person.
Yeah.
You saw that.
You sort the audio, I'll sort media.
Okay.
Sounds like a fair deal.
And we invite likes, comments,
Messages.
follows, anything to
If you
talk
have an
about.
opinion, if you want to debate with us,
If you want to tell us about the horrible quality of the audio.
if you want to tell us we're
please let
wrong,
me know. Yeah.
if you want to say,
Especially when it comes to debate week.
yeah. If you
Yeah.
think we're wrong, tell us.
Yeah.
If not, I guess that's fine too. Spitfire.
Spitfire. Take it easy, Peaches. Right.